Okay, let's continue with part 2 of our video for the practice test. Let's flip back over to okay, we did this on the last one, but we didn't cross it off, so let's do that. And let's go down to page 2 of the practice test. At the beginning of the game, we should be in the splash screen state. When in the splash screen state, if the user presses the start button, the program must change to the playing state. This can only happen when the start button is down on the current and up on the previous. Okay, so we're going to go from splash to playing. So that's going to be an update, and I'm reading the gamepad here and I am saving it here, and I want to check to see if on the previous gamepad dot buttons dot start button state dot whoops, wrong one, previous one was released, and gamepad dot buttons dot start dot equals dot pressed on this time, then I want to change my game state. Game state equals game state dot playing. Okay, so let's flip over, and that takes care of this, so we will cross that out. Now when we're in the playing state, if they press the back button, then we go to the game over state, and again this can only happen if it's down on the current tick and was up on the previous tick. So let's flip back over here, and it's going to look pretty much like this. If previous dot buttons dot which one was the back button, whoops, it was released on the previous one, and gamepad dot buttons dot back, then game state is game over. Okay, and we can cross these out. Okay, now when we're in the playing state, we got a bunch of stuff to do. So we need an if statement, and then all this stuff is going to go inside of the if statement. When they push the left thumbstick to the right, move the picture of Darth 1 pixel to the left. Okay. When they push it to the right, move it 1 pixel to the right. We don't need to look at the previous state of the left thumbstick. We just need to see if it is pushed to the left or to the right. Same thing with up and down. Okay, so I want to 1 pixel per tick is a little bit slow. So when I'm running this, I'm going to put another variable in here of type int. I'm going to call it speed equals 5. So we'll do 5 pixels instead of 1. Okay, and then down here I'm just going to do if game state playing, then I got a whole bunch of stuff to do here. Okay, and I want to take Darth dot position. Whoops, got to have another if statement here. If gamepad dot button, not buttons, we're doing thumbsticks, dot left dot x is greater than 0, then we're pushing Darth to the right. So Darth dot position dot x plus equals speed. If the thumbstick is the other direction, so gamepad dot thumbsticks dot left dot x is less than 0, then Darth dot position dot x minus equals speed. So subtract, moving to the left. If gamepad dot thumbsticks dot left dot y is greater than 0, Darth dot position dot y. Now we're moving up if it's greater than 0, so I want to do a minus equals speed. And if gamepad dot thumbsticks dot left dot y is less than 0, then Darth dot position dot y plus equals speed. Okay. And that takes care of all of these, except I'm just moving him a little bit faster. So you can always change that to a 1 if you want to. When the user presses the X button, rotate it 01F to the left, and when they do the B button, rotate it 0.01 to the right. So if gamepad dot, and I forgot which button it is, buttons dot X, go to the left. So that's going to be rotation, and if I want to go to the left, I got to do minus. And which one is this one? This one is the B button. So if B is pressed, okay, and that takes care of these two. Let's cross them out. Do not allow the center to go off the top, the bottom, the left, or the right. Okay, and we are using the position variable, which is in the center. So, and it's okay to do that. So half of him will go off the left, and then we'll get to the center, and we'll stop. We'll go into the right side. Half of him will go off the screen on the right side, but and then we'll stop with half of him visible. So we got to check to see if Darth.position.x is less than screen dot left. That's our screen rectangle. Then Darth.position.x equals screen.left. And on the other side, if Darth.position.x is greater than screen.right, then Darth.position.x is set equal to screen.right. And if Darth.position.y is less than screen.top, then set it equal to the top. And if we go off the bottom, if Darth.position.y is greater than screen.bottom, then set it to the bottom. Okay, so those 4 commands should keep them from going off the screen. Now let's flip back over to our instructions, and it doesn't go off the top or the bottom. Let's cross that out. Now, when he hits the right edge, we're supposed to play the music and from the right speaker only at an octave higher than its normal sound. So right speaker will have a pan value of 1. Full volume will be a volume value of 1, and the octave higher will be +1. And over here, left speaker is -1, full volume is 1, octave lower is going to be -1. So we need to go back over here, and this was on the left and the right. So we want to do more than one thing here, so we need our curly brackets. And we need to, let me see, we want it to come on the left side, we want it to be a -1. So ta-da, sound effect instance dot pan equals -1, then I'll get it on the left. And ta-da, sound effect instance dot volume equals 1, and ta-da, sound effect dot pitch, whoops, equals, I think that was 1 lower, so it'd be -1 on the left side. Okay, and actually I'm going to make my life a little bit easier here by copying and pasting. And down here, if we want to pan to the right, it should be a +1 if the volume is still 1, and if we want the pitch to be higher, it should be a +1. Okay. And that's about 10 minutes, so we'll stop this video and we'll finish things up with the final video.